Barakti Yahweh Brakatha Yahusha, Barakti Yahweh Brakatha Yahusha, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, the honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled The Oath of the Horatii. Lord will, you are edified. Video was inspired by a gesture from Elon Musk at Trump's inauguration. My source, Global News, fair use.
Elon Musk has responded to the outrage caused by that gesture he gave during a speech celebrating the inauguration of President Donald Trump.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
This gesture is more of a fascist gesture than a gesture from the pagan Rome Empire. However, it still ties into Rome, hence neoclassicism. According to Wikipedia, the Roman salute, also known as the fascist salute, is a gesture in which the right arm is fully extended, facing forward with palm down and fingers touching. In some versions, the arm is raised upward at an angle. In others, it is held out parallel to the ground. In contemporary times, the former is commonly considered a symbol of fascism. According to an apocryphal legend, the fascist gesture was based on a customary greeting which was allegedly used in ancient Rome. However, no Roman text describes such a gesture, and the Roman works of art that display salutational gestures bear little resemblance to the modern Roman salute. Originating from Jacques Louis David's painting The Oath of the Horatii, 1784. So prior to 1784, this gesture did not exist. The gesture quickly developed a historically inaccurate association with Roman Republican and imperial culture. The Oath of the Horatii, a painting, became a huge success with critics and the public and remains one of the best known paintings in the neoclassical style. Neoclassical or neoclassicism emerged as a Western cultural movement in the decorative and visual arts, literature, theater, music, and architecture that drew inspiration from the art and culture of classical antiquity. Neoclassicism was born in Rome. The main neoclassical movement coincided with the 18th century age of enlightenment and continued into the early 19th century, eventually competing with Romanticism. This era came after the Renaissance. The Oath of the Horatii depicts a scene from a Roman legend about a 7th century BC dispute between two warring cities, Rome and Alba Longa, and stresses the importance of patriotism and masculine self-sacrifice for one's country. The gesture and its identification with Roman culture were further developed in other neoclassic artworks. In the U.S., a similar salute for the Pledge of Allegiance, known as the Bellamy Salute, was created by Francis Bellamy in 1892. The gesture was further elaborated upon in popular culture during the late 19th and early 20th centuries, and plays and films that portray the salute as an ancient Roman custom. So later, Mussolini adopted this gesture, and then Hitler adopted this gesture. The Romans typically greeted each other by raising their right hand, which was often palm facing out. This gesture was used to symbolize friendship, loyalty, and trust. All right, so according to militarymakeover.tv, from a gesture of respect to a symbol of honor, the intriguing origins of salutes in the U.S. military. Its origins. To understand the roots of the modern salute, we must look back to ancient Rome, showing you that America is ancient Rome all over again. Roman soldiers would raise their right hands to their chest or touch their foreheads as a sign of respect to their commanders. This practice, known as the salutatio, laid the foundation for what would later become a cherished military custom.
What is
The Roman salute explained. Fair use.
a Roman salute? Probably not what you think it is. It was created in 1784, and believe it or not, the Roman Empire fell 1500 years before the salute was made. So where did it come from? This painting, named the Oath of the Horatii by Jacques-Louis David, which was obviously painted in 1784. It became pop culture to enjoy a Roman salute after a nationalist artist started adopting it into their media in 1919, notably the nationalist poet Gabriele D'Annunzio. He started the trend and it was adopted by the Italian.
And that's also in that information in regards to the Roman salute.
Fascist regiment. After liking it so much, the Nazis decided it should also be the salute of their party in 1926, and they adopted and popularized it on a global scale by 1933. Without them, America, or even Rome for that matter, wouldn't even know what the salute was. Afterwards, other far-right fascist groups adopted it, since they agreed with the Germans in World War II for some reason, and it's actually a criminal offense to use the salute in Germany, Austria, Slovakia, Poland, and there are also some legal limitations to the salute in Italy, since they are the ones that started it. But how often did the Romans use it? Well, there has never been any discovered Roman literature to ever mention the salute, and not a single Roman work of art has ever displayed the salute. So, who used the salute? Let's see. The Greeks? No. The Romans? No. An Italian fascist movement? Yes. Nazis? Yes. Elon Musk? Yes. A lot of people online are arguing which salute he used, the one from Roman times or German times. Well, the Roman.
All right, second video.
Is this a Roman salute? Elon Musk did this while on stage during Trump's inauguration, and people online are calling it a Roman salute. Well, did the Romans ever greet each other in this way? No, there is no evidence whatsoever that a Roman greeted another Roman using this salute. There are no statues, there are no coins, frescoes, or mosaics of them using this gesture. Now, you would expect on things like Trajan's Column, the hundreds of depictions of Roman soldiers, for at least one of them to give another one a salute, but you don't find it. We know that the Roman soldiers did salute each other. There's references this to the text, but there's no descriptions of how they might have done it, so it probably didn't look like this. It's important to remember that the Romans had different gestures to represent different things. For example, if the emperor was ceremonially entering a city, he would have something called an.
And my assumption, just based on why he did that, is to show you that he's down with the ideology of fascism.
ventus, which would look something like this, where he's raising his hand at a 90-degree angle. But it is not a salute. He's entering the city.
I remember, according to an AI search I had read, I think that was it. The Romans typically greeted each other by raising their right hand, which was often palm facing out.
It's a very specific use of the arm. This statue here would have originally been brightly painted, and it shows the Emperor Augustus about to give a speech to his fellow citizens. Now, while his arm is raised, giving a speech is something called an adlocutio. It was not a salute. So why do so many people think that the Roman salute was a real thing? And why do people think that Elon was doing one? Well, later artists depict Romans doing things that they would never have actually done at
During what? The era of neoclassicism.
the time. This is a painting called the Oath of the Horatii, and it was painted in the 1700s by a French artist. It shows a salute which looks very much like the salute that was adopted by later fascists. But it's important to remember that this has no basis in Roman history or archaeology. We don't know what the Roman salute looked like.
That's pretty much it. Of course, Lord will, this was an edifying lesson. 1 John 2:20. But you have an unction, a spiritual calling from the Holy One, and you know all things. So all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Ashah, B'Shem Rakakadash, for giving us the apostles and, just harping on, the importance of research and things of that nature. So again, Lord will, this was an edifying lesson. Shalom.